but I'm going to link through the way that YouTube lets us link videos. Our Chuffed versus GoFundMe crowdfunding 101 video. It was very messy and informal, but I'm just going to try and recap a few highlights from that. So I am very, very immature when it comes to fundraising. I've never set up a fundraiser for myself, but I have set up fundraisers on GoFundMe and Chuffed for various community members all of them based in Northern America, but one in the USA and one in Canada. Again, I don't have a lot of experience, but I would absolutely recommend Chuffed over GoFundMe. Specifically for Palestinians, I know GoFundMe has had some issues. I'm not sure of the details, but there have been many, many reports of Palestinians who have been locked out of their fundraisers after all the funds have been raised, or who suddenly could not take out the money from the fundraisers. Just really ridiculous and unfortunate. And Chuffed seems to have less of the anti-Palestinian racism problem. So that's one thing. It just seems to be a little safer in the long term. And also, I'm not sure how the payouts work with GoFundMe, but with Chuffed, you can get paid out every 5 to 7 days, which I imagine is pretty useful, especially for folks who are fundraising for urgent and ongoing needs. Chuffed as a donor, Chuffed has a lower minimum donation. So GoFundMe requires you to donate $5 or whatever the currency that the fundraiser is set up in. Chuffed has a $1 minimum, and I believe you can actually even change the currency. They have 5 supported currencies, whereas GoFundMe, you have to donate in the currency of the fundraiser, which makes things hard, especially for people in places like India where GoFundMe is not supported. And Chuffed, while Chuff does not directly support Indian rupees as one of the currencies, there's many fundraisers run in and from India, and hopefully Chuffed is a little bit easier to donate through. Um, yeah, Chuffed also, especially for someone like me, they have something called the Chuffed Academy, which is really cool. They have like all these bite-sized articles on tons of different topics, but Chuffed is also a crowd-funded platform. So they support people with crowdfunding, but that is also their own funding model. So I don't know who exactly, but a whole bunch of people at Chuffed have put together their wisdom over years. So there's all these things on how to maximize your fundraiser, on how to connect with your campaign supporters, on how to, what kind of milestones or benchmarks you want to look for. There's even suggested donation amounts and things, but you can toggle all of these things. With Chuffed, there's also, it just seems easier to kind of build a community, even if you're not able to donate. Chuffed does have the option to leave comments, so you can get involved that way. You can be a cheerleader for folks. Chuffed also has a way, if you see a fundraiser you like, you can most often, I think they have to set it up that way, but you can sign up to become a fundraiser. So let's say Grassroots Gaza, because they are on Chuffed, let's say they're trying to raise $10,000. I think they've raised more than that, and now there's new goals. But let's say they're trying to raise 10,000, and I say I want to raise $100 to contribute to that. I on Chuffed can sign up as a fundraiser, and I can make my own page, and it'll connect back to their main fundraiser. So that's another cool thing. And depending on the size of what you're doing, you can also on Chuffed set up internal scoreboards or external ones. So you can make fundraising kind of into a bit of a friendly competition. And that can sometimes be exciting and really just help get people involved and motivated and invested in supporting. Chuffed also has the option for you to add in tiers of payment or like little goodies. So let's say I'm, trying to raise my $100 and I'm thankful for all donations, but I also make stickers. So maybe I say the first 5 people to donate are going to get a sticker that will be sent out when the campaign ends, if we reach our total goal. Or I can say, everyone who donates $20 will receive if you're in town, maybe I'll bake you some cookies and you can set up little things like that, which is nice. Chuffed also does give you the option to accept recurring donations. So let's say I want to support a family and I'm not sure, I'm not able to do a big donation, but maybe I can spare $5 every week. So you can set up, I think, weekly or monthly. There's different options for recurring donations, and you can set that up, which may also be useful for folks like me. If you have ADHD, it can be kind of nice to just be able to set up that recurring donation. Um, yeah, I'm very amateur, but those are just a few bonuses to me of Chuffed. GoFundMe does have some kind of pre-made graphics for different social medias, but again, with the fundraising poster and template we made, hopefully that is no longer a pro for GoFundMe or exclusive to that. And we will hopefully be creating and sharing more, but I hope this was interesting.